Greetings, Skyfarers. Welcome to another episode of Sunless Skies. Cobalt Thorium. Incautious Starber smiles. Came here once. Convalescence. Didn't work, but I like the apples. Okay, so we're still looking for Perdurance. I don't know. I have a suspicion it's right here. So there's probably something over here too, or there's definitely something up here. But I feel like it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close to London, so I think it's probably about this distance, or maybe this distance, but down here. Which surprises me because we sent the owl out there previously. Close to there. Maybe not close enough. Let's do a little once around here. Let's see if we can pick up any free experience. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Mist muffle all around, as though your engine is wrapped in cotton wool. This place is really interesting. I think that the mists are hallucinogenic. There's probably a terror around here, actually. Belly. Oh, hey. Yeah, there is a terror around here. There's a couple other little places we can check out as well. Whoa, what are you? Below, something coils and scintillates. Oh, that's just a campfire. What is this? It's like a mega eel? No, nothing. Let's go once around this rock. We're probably going to get some terror out of it, though. Because we'll be getting close to that. This place is fascinating. Look at this place. Should we go and just see what the terror is? Oh, there's a light from it. Alright, I'm curious. Let's go take a peek. What are you? A lighthouse looms from the mist, a thin platform. Would you allow to dock? It's a terror. I'm not going to dock just yet. St. Anthony's Lighthouse. Interesting that we can dock. Whoa, I only get terror when the lights are on me. Watch, watch, watch. Oh, did it do anything? Maybe it didn't. Could just be my imagination. Alright, well that's very interesting. I should have done a search while we were over there. Seeing if there were any other locations around there. I also want to go back. Lighthouse looms from the mist. Thin platform would allow you to dock, yeah. It's a message from the floor. Alright, what did I find? Okay. I think that graveyard's a little too far out of the way for us to go and get it. Even though our terror is ticking up a little bit, but it's ticking up because I'm kind of playing fast and loose here. Let's go towards these other lips. Let's see if we can get any free booty out of it. are the lips? The lips are something to crave? Okay. Alright, come up on it. It's getting more of those equivalent to sky eels things. Whoa, what are you? Oh, I don't like you. Something stirs below. Get out of here. Whoa, that's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. Never seen anything like that before. And a couple little particle errors here. Huh. Axdog Passage. Well, that place with the eyeball was fascinating. What was that thing? Some kind of star beast. Okay, that'll complete our circuit here. Thoroughly explored, except it looks like we missed a little spot right there, but that's okay. Probably should send a Nell. And I guess we'll go down and check out this island here. But I kind of want to start making our way down this way. Nothing. I like how they kind of make it out so that everything industrial is kind of good, and like everything that's wild is kind of bad. It's very much like Beowulf in that way. Like at some point in human history, there was a transition, right? Where initially the wild was bad. The wild was the place of undiscovered terrors, nightmares, just like the unknown, the darkness of night, like wolves and bears, just all manner of things like, you know, getting cuts and infections, starving to death. The wild was bad and civilization was good. And then come around, come around the Industrial Revolution, things start to change. The stories change so that civilization was bad and nature was good. You see this most predominantly in Tolkien, right? Tolkien is the first story that I can think of where industry is sort of evil, and that's because Tolkien, you know, he was in World War I, so you got to see industrial warfare firsthand. And the way that it churned the battlefields into mud. Constant artillery and stuff like that. And so in Tolkien, you know, the green fields of the Shire and, you know, the forests of Rivendell and Lothlorien and stuff like that, there are these beautiful places, and people aren't really afraid of nature so much. But then when you have like, what do they call it? Is it the raping of Isengard? When they tear down all the trees and they start like ripping orcs from the ground and stuff like that. Is that what they call that? It might be. Yeah, so we've kind of been in that more modern depiction of storytelling right now, where like nature is good, it can do no harm, you know. Live with nature, man. Because we have such mastery over it that it's no longer a threat. So it's kind of fun that in this they return to the old ways, where nature is wicked and it wants to destroy you. And industry, or civilization in particular, civilization, but industry in particular is what I should say, are good things. Of course, they're being a little tongue-in-cheek about it, but okay, we've been in here. Oh, where do we go? I mean, I really want to get down to here, but it's so far away. If we're gonna go down there, we might as well go via London. We have plenty of supplies. We can come in here. Go around this island once. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be anything there. It's a little too close. Like, why would you put everything so close together? Seems unlikely. That's why I really think it's down here. Let's go. You know what we'll do? We'll turn on our ministry reports. Whoa, our terror is wicked high. When did that happen? When the hell did that happen? See if we can find any new graveyards around. Cool. Let's try like a stuntman stalking slide in there. Do like a power slide. Alright, what do we do here? I think it's just the Ministry of Public Decency. Deliver reports. Sure. Go on, give. Okay, 68 bright. That's not great. And before, we should probably try to keep it up like around 100, but or like in the 90s or something. Did I go by it? No. So it's this one? Oh. It doesn't even look like I can come in here. Alright, this will give us a little chance to resupply. We're gonna go here, we'll do a little repair work. Yep. Get out of there. See if the Bazaar will give us an indication of where we should go next. Doesn't look like it will. Get rid of some of this nostalgic crockery. How much bronze wood do they need? Dried tea. 3. 5. Yeah. Well, we don't have 5. We do have 3 of the caddies. Tea. That's over here, though, right? Wait, this exports tea. Okay, wait, what? Let's go back. Oh, we're supposed to go to the Clockwork Sun. We have to go there anyway. We only need 3, right? Well, let's do that. Okay, okay, that makes things much easier. 1, 2, 3. Oops. I don't know what to do. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to go back here, St. Dominic Station, do a quick exploration onto the streets. It looks like, well, banners haunt the streets in black and gold. Imperial carriages trawl down the sloping heights of the city. Crowds have gathered along the streets, dropping pale flowers before the approaching vehicles. A stranger in the crowd informs you that today, the city mourns the Prince Consort. Do you think that is a new message? But it's also kind of interesting because we most recently discovered the Serene Mausoleum. Alright, so we're going to go down to the Clockwork Sun, but we're going to go this way. See if we can pick up a new... I really want to get to Verdant. Terror's not looking so good. You can find a new station, that'll take care of it, but... I want to keep going straight. Here we go south. As soon as we hit whatever's down here, I'm going to send out now. A bleak and stony stretch of sky. McCullough's heart. Alright, we're down here. Nothing, huh? There's gotta be something down here. That's not that good. Okay, we found something. We also have a graveyard here. I'm gonna go check out the graveyard because the terror is making me nervous. Whoa, we got a crystal baddie. Wow, he's got some range. Oof. Should we fight him? No. Well, we went out of choice. Ooh. That wall? Ooh, that's wall. Oof. All is not looking so good. At least we'll find a port pretty soon. I bet that was a graveyard too. Just don't they have those crystals around them? Whoa, spooky plant. I do not like the... Oh, this is a dusty place. I have a feeling this is not going to be Perdurance. It's going to be like some dust thing. It seems to be the theme of this biome. How big is this rock? Jeez. We could be in trouble here. We might have to abandon this quest. The wind pipes as it squeezes between the stones. The sound is tuneless and mournful. Now we're gonna get a random event here pretty soon. The terror's way too high. Here we go. For this, I've always done the driver's cabin before. And this. It always seems to work. Or at least it doesn't seem to hurt anything. What is this? The Inconvenient Aunt Preens, the Royal Society. I have a standing invitation at the Rochester Club. So is this some kind of seating operation? Looks like we have a verdant area in London. It seems like some kind of seating operation. We'll do it once around this little alcove here. But we probably should land to make sure that the terror gets eliminated. I wonder if this is Perdurance. The Rochester Club. No, I might be leaving the alcove. Okay, let's consider this a tunnel. Up along the other side. Yeah, Rochester Club. Ooh, there's an observatory. Mellous Tower. Mind you, mark your way back, Captain, says the stoker. The Orm's world is a labyrinth. So here's a tunnel. Now we're coming for a landing, once we finish this last piece of the circuit. The Royal Society. I bet that this is for Durance. Where's your dock? There it is. Whoa, what is this? Unsettled dreams. I've read that before. You try to make sense of dreams against terror. You can seek company. I don't really want to gain any terror. I might try and risk it. It's a 58% chance. Let's go. Sweet. Familiar things. You find someone in the galley. They couldn't sleep either. You exchange a bleary greeting, a stiff pot of tea, and a conversation about the overflow valves. Already, your dreams seem distant and silly. How do we get out of here? That'll be a question. The Airy. Okay, so this is not Perdurance. I wonder if Perdurance is actually just in London proper. Like, maybe we just need an invitation and it would come up as a place. Do we have one? I'm gonna go check. We do. We have 4 of them. My God. Okay. Alright. Let's close that. Alright. The Airy. Pretty mansions of stone and glass rise above the verdant gardens, while below machines whir and groan, a persistent sound of hammering pounds through the air. The celestial exhibition. To the delight of mostly himself, the mellifluous president is planning an exhibition in the Royal Society. Then we have the Royal Society. The words Nullius in verba are written across the stonework above the great bronzewood doors. So there's a place called Requisitions. The weary quartermaster is willing to write off some of Portsmouth House's output for a price. So here's a place where we can get carefully packed munitions. Sounds good. But in the meantime, let's restock these guys so that we don't accidentally leave without it. We got the Bazaar. Yeah. Then we have some literature. Probably don't need the literature. I mean, we should probably buy it anyway, but alright, so we can go to stories. The Airy. Nell's Tower, Rochester Club, Portsmouth House. Or if we can grab some repairs. Anyway. We should probably go in some kind of order. Yeah, let's go to the Celestial Exhibition. Yes. To the delight of oh yeah, we've already read that. The theme will be the science of the skies. He's happy to pay visiting captains for items of interest that they might have come across. You can donate an uncanny specimen. We're not going to do that. We don't have very many of them. You can go along with the others in a glass case and gain 15 sovereigns to 10 experience. Yeah, we don't have that many. You can donate 3 uncanny specimens. The Mellous President will be delighted. Or you can donate 5 uncanny specimens. A generous donation to science. Generous contribution to science. Donate an otherworldly artifact. A piece of stellar history. Fitting exhibit. So that'd be 70 sovereigns and 50 experience. We could donate a condemned experiment. A thing that should never have happened. But it did. Gain 300 sovereigns and 250 experience. Or we could donate a searing enigma. No way we're doing that. It's rumored the expedition has a locked room to house its most impossible treasures. No. We've got the Royal Society. Her Majesty has granted these grounds to the finest minds of Albion to work here. Their purview is to invent, to hypothesize, to discover, and most crucially, to watch the stars. You could introduce yourself at Airy House. The Royal Society welcomes careful captains. An offer of work. The mellifluous President greets you. He directs your attention to the new marble on the floors, to the cheerful portraits of distinguished Royal Society members lining the hallway, and finally to the very large portrait of himself in his plush library. We do like captains here at the Royal S. We need our space, and frankly, our comforts to think. But it is you, brave souls, who do the real legwork. Extremely educational. If not, our gardens are extremely fine, as our conversation and the port. Okay. Well, before we do anything else, let's write our port report. Someone will be interested in what they're getting up to here. The latest developments. The Royal Society hums with activity. The preparations for a new wing of the Airy House are in motion. The mellifluous, man, making my tongue bounce like that. President is convening another committee to continue the renovations to the gardens. The astronomers are excited about a star, burnished amber, seen far to the east. The Rochester Club regrettably continues at high speeds. Why is that regrettable? Mellifluous President is convening another committee. Okay, so there's been one before to continue the renovation of the gardens. Okay, so is the renovation not going well, I take it? The astronomers are excited about a star of burnished amber seen far to the east. Okay. Excuse me. Rochester Club regrettably continues at high speeds. Okay. So we could wander the gardens. The Royal Society have left their gardens to run wild. Through an attempt, or though an attempt was made at some point to tame them. Or could visit the mellifluous President. He intimated there might be some work for industrious skyfarers. Let's try this, although I wonder if it'll give me terror if we fail. Yeah. Through the undergrowth. The gardens were an early attempt by the Society to stamp their mark upon the sky. More interesting avenues for scientific exploration quickly presented themselves, however, and the gardens were left to run wild, half-tamed. The overgrown gardens are beautiful, but hazardous to the casual walker. You navigate the Ha-Ha with admirable alacrity. The Bronzewood Maze is surmountable with the aid of string. You are bedeviled by the little gnomes that poke out of the reeds in the marsh. It's hours before someone comes to rescue you. Hello, Captain. Do come in. The mellifluous president steeples his fingers on his desk. Metal suns suspended from silver frames clack in the breeze. Now, are you here about work? Or do you consider the terms vulgar as well? I send reports back to London periodically, but we can't be everywhere. So much to do, so little time. Places of particular solar activity will do nicely. We could acquire an invitation to Verdant. A small stack of invitations to the half-light mask are impaled on a paper spike on his desk. He won't say why he has them, but he will part with one if you can tell him something about the sky he doesn't know. Okay, this is interesting. So it looks like if we bring him reports from particular places, he'll be interested in them. So you can deliver a report from Palmere and Plenty's Inconceivable Circus. A curious place for sure. I never understood the appeal of clouds. Is that the reason why he wants this report? Jeez. You deliver a report from the Clockwork Sun, which we'll be going to shortly anyway. Would be very interested in information concerning our beloved star. You deliver a port report from the House of Rods and Chains. I have no idea where that is. It's probably somewhere in the Blue Kingdom. We would receive any information you have with avid pleasure. Alright, we have a bunch of invitations to Verdant already, but I want to ingratiate ourselves with this guy, and we have so many sky stories, it's kind of funny. An invitation. Good Lord, really? Well, well. He hands over one of the invitations. The card is elegantly embossed, inscribed with a gold liquid script. The puncture mark from his paper spike seems like an appalling blemish. Oh, we had to give up 4. That's fine. We have so many of them. But we have one new invitation to 2 Verdants. And I guess we're gonna go after this. Kind of anticlimactic. Well, at least the Royal Society was pretty much where I sort of expected something should be. So there's probably something down here. Probably something up here. Maybe here too. Alright. Nell's Tower. The Royal Society's observatory is named for King Charles, Cannius Mistress. Nell's Tower is the jewel of the Society's crown. Arriving at Nell's Tower. A sign on the door in neat copper plate reads, Nell's Tower, closed for the 13th annual Airy Dinner. Leave urgent business at the doorstep. There's a polite cough at your shoulder. Turning, you see a tall man with a beard like a nest of vipers. Okay. The supercilious bursar introduces himself. I came to round up the stragglers, but as a captain, you are of rank sufficient to attend the dinner. If you wish to attend, we can attend the 13th annual Airy Dinner. There will be port, Captain. Okay. The dinner is held in the mahogany and marble imperial dining room of Airy House. Every piece of the dinner service is mismatched, and both the furniture and the personages in the room are pleasantly rumpled. Nice. Supercilious Bursar brings you to the high table where the 3 senior astronomers of Nell's Tower are holding court. You're introduced to the senatorial professor, the chair for the effulgent for the effulgent sciences, and the lecturer for imperial affairs. As the first course is served, dine on game pie. It's ample and succulent. It's fresh. It's flesh lightly roasted. Blah. So grant supplies. You can guzzle the port. The Royal Society is renowned for the variety and depth of its cellars. We definitely want to reduce tariffs. So that's the one we're going to go with. Or we could eavesdrop on the conversation. You can always pick at the vegetables. Jeez, that's probably the one we really actually want to do. The Supercilious Bursar keeps everyone's port glasses well topped up. As the conversation descends into fractious bickering, the disagreement centers around the orientation of the Society's great telescope. The lecturer wishes to gaze outward beyond the borders of Albion, while the chair desires it turn on Albion's territories. For the first course ends with a great smacking of lips and a general feeling of goodwill towards the chef. The supercilious Bursar passes the dish of buttered potatoes with an oily smile. Conversation continues, lubricated by Herculean quantities of port. Okay. Buttered potatoes, roast squirmings, and sautéed Hibrian mushrooms are devoured in between rhetorical thrusts. You can talk to the lecturer in imperial affairs. She's rationing her port with water, invisibly holding her tongue. We could talk to the chair for the effulgent sciences. Her eyes are wide. She has savaged the potatoes. Oh, just the way that this is written just cracks me up. Her conversation rambles, but her language is poetry. She has savaged the potatoes. Oh. Just the mental image that pulls up is funny. I've never heard of somebody savaging potatoes before. Alright, talk to the senatorial professor. He affords sly smiles from under his blindfold between slurpings of mushroom. He appears to enjoy playing the devil's advocate. Okay. Oh, we could... All of these sound good, actually. I'm going to go with the savage potato lady because that sounds the funniest. A scattering of discourse. She interrupts you repeatedly to make this point or that. At first, these feel like random interjections, but by the end, she is refuting points you made at the start of the course and anticipating your jokes with wild-eyed delight. I've always been in love with the heavens, is all the biography you get from her, however. The second course ends with a lecturer in imperial affairs telling a rather ribald joke and a hearty toast from the continued health, or to the continued health of all present. Hey, what is going on here? Oh, we have a different message. Sherbets produced in London sweatshops. Sponge cake from the Admiral Nelson on Port Prosper. Cloud cream and actual strawberries grown in the gardens. More port. Conversation grows looser. The story's more risque. The supercilious bursar leans in conspiratorially. I arrange these dinners to promote unity, you understand, and of course, for the good memory of our previous president, who notably argued for the introduction of the society to the wilderness, and convince Her Majesty of our utility. He toasts the large portrait of the Airy that dominates the room. He talked to the lecturer in Imperial Affairs. Her cheeks are flushed. Her glass has been refilled. You can talk to the chair for the effluent sciences. She's drawing something on her napkin. You can talk to the senatorial professor. He's produced brandy from somewhere. His port is shamefully neglected. Man, I want to do the scientist again, but I feel like let's try it and just see what happens. Question of precedent. Are those limbs? Rays? She smiles widely. Something I saw the last time I was permitted to use the great telescope. Honestly, what's the point if we have to ask permission every time we want to move it? Did Isaac Newton need King Charlie's permission to discover gravity? Okay. The third course comes to a close with great groaning and heartfelt false protestations that one couldn't possibly manage cheese and biscuits after all of this. Stretching. Geez, been programming all day. My legs are all stiff. The supercilious bursar leans in as the plates are cleared away. Before we adjourn, there is the question of patronage to consider. All eyes are on you. Okay. A hush falls over the table. The three faces of the astronomers are turned towards you. The supercilious bursar continues as though nothing has changed. Our telescope is operated only by the goodwill of the government. We are not allowed to move the telescope without permission. A bold skyfarer such as yourself might obtain such permission. Or, at least, an official-looking document that could be conceivably constructed as permission. Okay. Our astronomers would be very interested in patronizing you. You can bring them a permit. They can advance their researches. In exchange, they'll teach you what they know. So you can choose the lecture in Imperial Affairs. Alright, the iron-haired astronomer, London's own appointment, will be your patron. You can choose the chair for the effluent sciences. The wild-eyed astronomer, specializing in the habits of the stars, will be your patron. Or the senatorial professor, the blindfolded, cantankerous astronomer of old London, will be your patron. Jeez. Well, this is closest to our quest. An alarming scholar. She lets out a high laugh, wild as the shrieks of the bat-winged curators that ride the celestial winds. I'll show you such things, Captain. Come to the tower, do, and make sure you have a permit. Alright. I'm actually getting really tired. I'm wondering if I should just wrap it up. Finish this at a later episode. And we did have to come all the way down here. It was not short. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe subscribe. And in the next episode, we'll continue to explore this area, but I think that's going to be on another day. So, yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this, and catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.